All right, guys, so welcome to our compounding life. My wife decided that this would be a cool video for me to share with y'all, but basically what I'm doing here is I've got this blacksmithing hammer, but it is a store-bought blacksmithing hammer, and it comes with this awesome, beautiful looking varnish on it that makes it look good in the store and makes the handle last longer. But that lacquer, as you use it, as men use hammers, it'll start getting really sticky and is actually the leading cause of what gives us blisters on our hands. So I was doing some research and I read that all you got to do really is you take a knife or a sharp edge and you can literally just hold it 90 degrees to your handle and you can literally just scrape off that varnish. And that'll take the varnish off without damaging your handle. And once that is gone, you come back and you can burn your handle and then take some boiled linseed oil and cover your handle. And a good rule of thumb that I was told was if this is something that's going to be exposed to the elements on a regular basis, you're going to take your boiled linseed oil and you oil it once a day for a week, once a week for a month, once a month for a year, and then annually as you maintenance your tools once a year, just grab some boiled linseed oil, or if you happen to spill a bunch, you just go find one of your hammers you haven't messed with in a while and recoat it, and that'll help your tools last longer without giving you any of those nasty blisters that are just a pain, literally just a pain. Okay. So you want to keep the knife 90 degrees, so let me think, parallel or parallel, perpendicular. We want to keep our knife perpendicular to the wood, because if you draw it and go like this, you're not going to do anything, and if you go this way, you're going to start cutting into the wood. So we just want to take the varnish off, so we're going to keep it perpendicular and you'll feel it scraping. See that? That's not wood, that's the varnish,
Like
the paint
You can get up in there?
they used for it.
Okay.
See you're when you turn your hand this way, you see how it's starting to bump, and you can run your finger on it, you'll feel it bump and bump. That's you cutting into the wood rather than just taking the varnish off. So you want to keep that at a 90-degree angle.
You driving?
That's how Patu ties his shoe. So this, burning it, helps pull the moisture, any extra moisture out of the wood. Which could cause the wood to degrade and everything. Now you don't want to burn it too far where you're actually lighting the wood on fire, because that in itself will degrade the wood. So you're just wanting to basically cook the moisture out of it. And I was saying you could use a knife to strip the varnish off. You can use sandpaper too. I just find that the knife works much more efficiently than sandpaper does. So after I finished stripping it off, which took me about maybe 5 minutes of work, I then grabbed some sandpaper and knocked off any of the rough edges. Kind of smoothed it out before I hit it with the torch. And it's kind of crazy. This hammer's been around a minute. I mean, I wouldn't say it's old, but it's not a new hammer, and you can still hear the moisture being pulled out of it. You can hear it popping every now and then from the moisture that's still in the hammer from that was stuck inside that varnish. And the burnt handle just looks cool. But don't forget the end. Cool. I like to do it, take some of the ash off it. Make it look kind of cool before we put oil on it. And you want to do this when the hammer is slightly warm still, while everything's kind of opened up. So this is what it looks like after it's been oiled. So it kind of pops pretty good. I'm gonna take a paper towel and just once over take off the excess oil, because you can already see where it's starting, the handle itself is starting to absorb that oiled linseed oil. So I'm gonna take a paper towel. I'm just gonna do one wipe just to wipe it off the excess oil. And then, yeah, just let that dry, and that's going to be kind of what your handle looks like. It obviously won't be as shiny once the oil absorbs and everything. It'll be more of a dull, burnt, and that's what it's going to look like.
So then you do it again tomorrow and for the next 7 days.
Yeah.
And then you start spraying it.
And I'll oil it each day for the next 7 days, and then once a week for a month, and then once a month for a year, and then annually when you do your tool maintenance, you go over your tools. So this is this is what the handle looked like before we started, and this is what it looks like now. And I'm going to do the same thing with this little hammer.